Hi, Mark Langlands, L&W Sports Communications. Today I'd just like to run you through the setup for when you arrive at the ground and you're getting ready to use your communications equipment. So what I've got with me today is an L&W Sports Communications vest. These come in a small, medium, large, extra large, and any custom size that you need. They're available on our website. I've got what we have is the L&W Sports Communications open mic setup. So this one is generally used on the referee, and the assistant referees or the touch judges in rugby league have open mics. They also come with a push to talk, but for today we'll just use the open mic. I'm also got for you today a Silastic ear insert. Now obviously the headsets come with an earbud, which some people do prefer. Personally, I prefer the ear mold, so they're slightly different. These come in lefts and rights, and they also come in medium and large size. So it's pretty easy. I'll show you how they go into your ear. We'll determine that. And of course, I've got the good old RefAudio Pro radios that we're going to use today. So the first thing we do is just set up the headset in the vest. So in the base of the vest, what you'll see is there's two sides for two pockets, for the one pocket. So we use the vest actually has a pocket in the front and in the back, but we prefer to put the radio in the front pocket because that allows you to adjust the volume if you need to on the run. So how do we do that? First of all, grab your headset, and what you'll see is it has the dual 3.5 connector. So what we need to do is just gently feed that into the base of the pocket. So there's a slot, undo the pocket, and feed the cable up through the top of the pocket. So with the radio itself, you'll notice that the connection for the headset goes into the side of the radio. On the other side here is the charging port, so the two sides. So just pull back those two protective caps and place the headset into the side of the radio. Now, one of the biggest problems that we find, particularly with the newer headsets that we have, is that they have these two extra rubber lugs at the base of the connection. Now, if you look there, you think, oh, that's plugged in correctly, but if you listen, you'll hear a click, and that clicks the headset into the radio. Now, if the headset's not fully inserted, two things will happen. The earpiece will scream in your ear, or you'll get constant feedback, much like when you put a microphone in front of a speaker. So just ensure that you've got the headset fully plugged into the radio. Then it's just a matter of turning the radio on, adjusting the volume of the radio using on the sides, remembering that the radios are generally locked in position. So just adjust the volume. I reckon somewhere between 4 and 5 is more than adequate in most situations. Now then slide the radio back down into the pocket of the vest, so it sits down. The cable will come out through the base of the radio. Did I just show you again? I plugged the headset into the radio with the cable facing downwards. So that allows for it to go into the pocket and not be kinked at all, and just sit into the base of the vest, into the pocket there, and it just comes out through the bottom. All right, what you can do then is determine which side you're going to wear your earpiece. Because if you're going to have it in your left ear or your right ear, what you want to do is have your microphone set up on the opposite side. This just prevents wiring from touching the top of the radio, the top of the microphone. So when you're running along, you hear that dink, dink, dink where someone's put that on. Now on the microphone itself, it has an alligator clip that you can turn left or right. So what you want to do is just determine which side of the vest you want that on and turn the clip to suit. Because when you place it on the vest, you want it to sit on the outside of the vest, like so, at around about the level of the collarbone. So what I'll do is I'll just slip this vest on for the moment, just quickly show you. So this is our medium vest. So it sits nice and snug on me at present. So there it is, and I've got the microphone sitting here. Now, if you have a look, I think the microphone's just a tad high there. So what I'll do is I'll just bring it down. So the level of my collarbone is about here, and have the microphone sitting like so. Now with the actual earpiece itself, when it first comes shipped, you'll find that the little clip will be sitting here. All you need to do is just squeeze that, take it off the black wire, and I like to put it on the actual air tube itself. Now it's a little firm, so just make sure you clip it in here. As then you can adjust that sideways. So what I'm going to do now is take off the earbud, because I could just have this is set up for a left side. If I wanted to put that in my right ear, what I would need to do is turn that around 180 degrees, so when it's sat there, it's sat like that on this side. So for this particular demonstration today, I'm actually going to use the Silastic ear mold insert. So I do that by removing the earbud from the plastic connector at the end of the air tube, and then looking at my ear mold, I'm actually putting it in this side of the ear mold. So press and firmly, and just move that on so it sits right down the base. Now we need to just pre-establish that in the correct mold. Now the ear mold, this is the top, so that needs to sit around this way at the top, and this is a right-sided ear mold. So when I set it up, get it right, correction, get it around the right way, it actually sits like that. So what we have is the ear mold facing towards the front and the tubing going towards the back, and that's going to sit in my right ear. So how to do that? I generally like to bring the cabling around the back and then I've got the ear mold and I just sit that over my ear like so, and then by pressing the ear mold into my ear I can get it in position, and then that large bump that I showed you sits up in the top part of that little space in your ear here. Now you can see that that's sitting in there nice and firmly. There's no way that that's going to come out at all. It's nice and firm. And then using the black clip at the back, just clip that onto the back of your referee shirt. Remembering that at the moment, this is all sitting underneath your referee shirt. So your microphone is under your shirt. That protects it from any potential wind noise that comes across. And it also protects it from the wind and rain. Now, if it's bucketing down rain, you know it's going to be a really wet day. There's a small chance that you'll get water into the top of the microphone. Easy fix for that is just to turn the microphone over and have it running downwards. Now, it's not going to affect the sound quality at all. It's going to be fine. Any excessive cable that you have, just slide that underneath the vest and hold that out of the way so that sits nice and firm. So that fixed, then pop your jersey on over the top. As I said, fix the ear clip to the back, and there it is all ready to go. So you'll notice that I've actually put the microphone on the same side of the earpiece, so I'll just change that over. So moving that across, I just need to move the microphone clip, the alligator clip, so it comes across here, and just pull out the vest, slide that on so it sits in position. There it is, around the level of my collarbone, and you'll find that the sound is perfect. If you find that you have a referee who is a little louder than others, what you can do is, because the microphones have a fairly high sensitivity, just move the microphone down a little bit lower, and you'll find that that will temper the volume of the user in getting through the microphone. So if you have any questions, as I said, we've got the front of the vest has the tag on it, so just remember that. The adjustable tabs, you can just loose them up, tighten them up if you need. You want this to be nice and firm so nothing moves around and it's sitting up against your skin. So there it is, in place. The radio's in place, everything's ready to go, and you're right to go out on the field.